Now, with this principle of initiative and diligence in mind, I would like to share my diagnosis of a moral disease that was widespread when I was young, but has become, I think, an epidemic. I call it the "this is just the way I am" syndrome. Have you ever heard anyone talk this way? I don't think I'll try to make new friends while I'm here. I have a hard time relating to people. I can't get really interested in Relief Society or home teaching or scripture reading. That's just the way I am, I guess. I don't really much like religious girls. It's just something about me. Maybe I won't go on a mission or get married or go to college. I'm just not the type. Surely you've seen manifestations of this syndrome. It afflicts people who stay stuck in their present habits and patterns by telling themselves, "This is just the way I am." They don't become different because they use the way they are now as an excuse. Here are a few more samples. I could never do manual labor. People don't especially like me. I can't cook. I don't like my parents. Sacrament meeting is boring to me. I'm not much of a student. If the bishop asks me to speak in sacrament meeting, I think I'll die. No one who's popular would go out with me. My daughter's the Relief Society president in her BYU Provo ward. She shared with me a talk by President Spencer W. Kimball, the 12th president of the church. He intended his words for the instruction of the youth of the church. He spoke specifically of the initiatives we must take, if necessary, in order to fulfill the commandment to enter into the new and everlasting covenant of marriage. But his counsel applies just as much to obeying the other commandments, such as preparing for a career that will enable us to provide for our family, or becoming a good spouse or parent, or an effective church worker, or a contributor to the community. In each case, the responsibility falls on us to find out what we must do to obey, and then to take the initiative and to act diligently. Excusing ourselves from obeying the commandments for any reason is not acceptable. We should not hold ourselves back because obedience will require too much commitment, sacrifice, and hard work, or even because we feel afraid. Said President Kimball, quote, "You need to evaluate yourselves carefully. Take a careful inventory of your habits, your speech, your appearance, your weight, and your eccentricities, if you have any. Take each item and analyze it. Can you make some sacrifices to be acceptable? You must be the judge. Are you too talkative, too withdrawn, too quiet? If so, then school your thoughts and your expressions. Are you in the wrong location? Could a move to a new location open up a new world to you? Is your dress too revealing or too extreme? Are you too demanding? Do you have any eccentricities in speech, in tone, in subject matter? Do you laugh too loudly? Are you too demonstrative? Are you selfish? Are you honorable in all things? Do you feel sorry for yourself? Have you made yourself attractive physically, well-groomed, well-dressed, and attractive mentally, engaging, interesting? Are you well-read? If not, change yourself." End quote. Take the responsible step President Kimball was counseling. There are no excuses for failing to claim the blessings that the Lord has for us. If you don't take those steps, if you let circumstance change your destiny, then you will never have the growth or the employment or the associates or the marriage or the family or the eternal crown you would have if you had only stepped out boldly to do everything you could to obey the commandments. My daughter laughed with delight when she read me President Kimball's words. They expect so much. They're so bold, they're startling. They hold out high expectations boldly because they're spoken by a prophet motivated by a love similar to the Savior's. The message in them is, you must use your agency. You must take the initiative to claim your blessings. Work diligently at becoming a Christ-like person. Then the help from heaven comes. No one would expect to become a financier or a doctor or a literature teacher or a coach without a great deal of training and practice. And no one should expect to become a disciple of Christ without much training and practice and discipline.